Hey guys, we're here with our Week 5 battle of the NPL. We are going up against Aki in the Portland Crobats. His YouTube will definitely be down in the description below, so make sure you guys go check him out. He's an awesome dude and a terrific battler. If you guys did not see the team preview, or the team prep video, excuse me, that went up yesterday, pause this video and make sure you guys go ahead and check that out first so you guys can see what sets we are running on all of our mons. But before we get started, we will go over what the Portland Crobats have brought to this match. They have Crobat, Weavile, Victini, Nidoqueen, Mega Aggron, and Aromatisse. So essentially what I was expecting, except I was really expecting Rotom instead of Aromatisse. But nonetheless, it's a decent matchup for us. I feel like we prepped as best as we could. So, no Selgor, so my beat-up Scarf Sneasel plan is out the window. However, I do believe that Sneasel does have the best matchup overall against most things that I think he would lead with, specifically Crobat, Nidoqueen, and Aggron. I don't have a great matchup against Aggron, but I do have a really good matchup against Crobat and Nidoqueen. So I'm going to go ahead and do just that, and I'm going to lead off with my Sneasel. But unfortunately, he is going to lead off with the one thing I really didn't want to see, what is that Mega Aggron. So I obviously can't stay in. So I'm going to go ahead and switch into my Hydreigon because I'm defensive and I can take virtually any hit he wants to go for. And we're going to be in a good position. He's just going to Mega Evolve and he's going to click Earthquake. So we're going to be able to obviously be completely immune to that, and that's perfectly fine. It's a great accidental prediction. So I'm going to go ahead and taunt this Aggron because I don't want him to set up rocks or go for a Toxic or anything like that. But he's going to make a really good play and go straight into his Aromatisse and be completely immune to that taunt because of its ability Aroma Veil. Obviously I can't stay in on the Moonblast. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out into my Venusaur, knowing I can take any Fairy type move he wanted to go for. But he's going to double out and go into his Nidoqueen. Now, right here, I'm just going to Mega Evolve, predicting him to want to just set up rocks. I'm going to Mega Evolve and just click Giga Drain, so I can get off some decent damage on this Nidoqueen. It will be a pretty good chunk of damage, which is fine with me. Now that I have revealed the Giga Drain, I'm going to go ahead and predict him to switch out into his Aggron and go straight for the Leech Seed. So I can start whittling down this Aggron because it's probably the best way I have to handle this. I don't have Will-O-Wisp on anything this week. You can't Toxic it, so this will be the best way to whittle it down that I have. I'm going to go for a double Leech Seed, predicting him to want to switch out again, but it fails, and he just goes for a Heavy Slam. We take that, no problem. We're going to be able to get a huge chunk of that health back that we lost with the Leech Seed. Now, predicting him to want to switch out again, I'm going to actually go for the triple Leech Seed, and finally it works this time. He decides to go into his Crobat, which is a really good play on his part. Crobat absolutely 100% deals with my Mega Venusaur. There is nothing I can do about it. So I'm going to go ahead and go straight into my Tentacool, predicting the U-turn to come off of that Crobat. But he's going to make a really good play and double into his Nidoqueen. Now, I am EV'd, so I know I will be able to live a Earth Power because I have max special defense. And I was going back and forth between just clicking Spin and clicking Mirror Coat. But I ultimately just decided to go for the Spin because the plan is to get him to want to set up his rocks immediately again, and I can get a free switch into my Dugtrio. So I'm going to do just that. I'm going to Rapid Spin away the rocks, and he's going to stay in with his Nidoqueen. I'm going to switch out into my Dugtrio, predicting him to want to just set up rocks again, but he is just going to go for the Earth Power, and it's going to take me down to my Sash, which is okay. I highly value rocks in this match because it hits Weavile, Victini, and Crobat. So I'm going to set up my rocks, and he's this turn is going to set up his rocks, which is great for us. We can just click Earthquake, and as long as he wasn't Shuka-Berry, we were able to do it with the Nidoqueen. I wasn't sure what item he was because he didn't have Black Sludge, so I thought maybe Shuka. Now that Earthquake killed, I think he might have been like Yachi or something like that for my Sneasel. Something along those lines. But he's going to bring in his Weavile, and I'm just going to sack off my Dugtrio. It doesn't serve me much purpose anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my Mega Venusaur knowing that I hard wall this Weavile, and because I didn't see a Life Orb damage, I immediately thought possibly banned. Obviously I won't be able to gauge the damage just because it killed off Dugtrio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch in my Venusaur, and I'm going to predict, I'm going to pause this real quick. So what I do is I switch in my Venusaur knowing I can wall this Weavile now that I am Mega Evolve. And I'm going to predict him to want to go into either his Crobat or his Victini on a on pretty much any move I can go for in my Mega Venusaur. So I'm just double into my Scarfed Sneasel. But what he actually does is just sets up a Swords Dance. Now that I know he's not choiced, I can easily just click Low Kick and take out this Weavile, which is a huge threat out of the way, and that's amazing for us. Now, he obviously knows I'm Scarfed, so he gets a free switch into his Victini because I cannot touch him with Low Kick at all. So the Victini is in, and we switch into our Hydreigon because this is our best counter we have to this Victini. If you wanted to go for V-Create, we can take that. But he actually goes for a really interesting play and sets up a Trick Room. So obviously this thing is meant to outslow me, which will now outspeed me in the Trick Room. And he does indeed carry the Dazzling Gleam, so that's going to take out my Hydreigon, no problem. I'm going to go into my Chandelure, honestly, hoping he doesn't have Shadow Ball. Because if he had Shadow Ball, I probably lost right here. But he's going to over-predict and predict me to want to pivot into something else and just go straight for the Blue Flare. So we're completely immune to that due to our Flash Fire ability, and we're able to take out this Victini with a Shadow Ball. So he's going to go into his Aggron right here, which was a really interesting play because I don't know if he knew I was Specs, but I have to assume he knew, because otherwise he wouldn't have gone into this on a Chandelure. So I'm going to switch into my Tentacruel and try to sack it off so I get a free switch into anything else, really. But he actually just clicks Roar, and it roars me out into my Mega Venusaur. So what I could do is actually I can go for a Leech Seed, and I can force him to want to switch out at some point. He's just going to click Roar one more time. This time, however, I get Roar back out into my Tentacruel, and the Tentacruel is going to go down to the Rock. So I believe Nidoqueen is credited with that kill because it's the one who set up the Stealth Rock. But now that the Aggron is Leech Seeded, I can go into my Chandelure and force him to switch out. But nonetheless, I can click Fire Blast, and pretty much anything is not going to appreciate a Specs Fire Blast from a base 145 special attack Chandelure. So it's going to be doing a massive amount of damage. He decides to go into his Aromatisse. It's going to do 57%. One more Fire Blast will take it out, which is awesome news for us. He's just going to click Protect, try to get back some of his leftovers recovery, kind of ice the kicker, if you will. Like, you hit Fire Blast one time, can you do it again? Sort of thing. So he's just going to click Protect. And I'm going to click Fire Blast one more time, and the Aromatisse is going to go down. So we're up 3-2. It's a very close game so far, and that's great for us. But he's going to go into his Crobat. Obviously, he would never go into his Aggron. I'm going to go into my Venusaur and sack it off because I know it does. I don't need it to win this game. So he's actually going to go for the Dark Pulse, revealing that he was indeed a special Crobat, and he was Life Orb. So he's going to take quite a bit, or not quite a bit, but he's going to take some Life Orb recoil. He's going to hit me with a Dark Pulse and then an Air Slash, and he's going to take out the Mega Venusaur. So Venusaur goes down, so it's 2-on-2. It's Sneasel and Shandy versus Crobat and Aggron. Now right here, hold on. So you guys saw that I click Icicle Crash, but right here is probably the biggest 50-50 in the history of Pokemon for me personally. It comes down to this. If I click Icicle Crash and he goes into Mega Aggron, he wins. If I go into Chandelure predicting him to go into his Mega Aggron, and he goes into Crobat instead, he wins. Or, excuse me, not he goes into Crobat, but he stays in with Crobat, he wins. If I click Icicle Crash and he doesn't switch out, I win. If I go into Chandelure and he goes into Aggron, I win. So, it's a really, really big 50-50, and what I ultimately just decided to do, I mean, I literally could have flipped a coin, and that would have decided this game for me. So what I ultimately decided to do is I click Icicle Crash, and he stays in with the Crobat, and the Crobat goes down. So Icicle Crash is going to take out the Crobat. All he has left is the Mega Aggron. Obviously, I'm just going to click Icicle Crash. Again, I'm Scarfed, so I'm going to click Icicle Crash. I could potentially get a flinch, but that's honestly not what I'm going for. I'm going for the fact that I can get a clean switch into my Chandelure. So he gets the Earthquake off, down goes Sneasel, but I do still have my Chandelure. I will outspeed him, and I can click Flamethrower. Flamethrower will kill from this range, and down will go the Mega Aggron. So we are going to take a very close 1-0 victory over the Portland Crobats. A very good game to Aki. He's a terrific battler, and honestly, this is probably one of the hardest battles I've had to prep for, and one of the hardest battles I've had to have so far this season in the NPL. Again, his YouTube will definitely be down in the description below, so make sure you guys go check him out. Real quick, I also want to give a huge shout out to Jazz, who made our amazing Reno Regis logo. that you guys see in every team prep video and every NPL battle video that we have. So make sure you guys go check him out. His Twitter and YouTube is in the description down below as well. Next week, week 6, we play the Hidden Leaf Village Roserades and their coach Turbo Blaze 4. So I will see you guys on Saturday for the team prep video against Turbo, and I will see you guys then. I do hope you guys did enjoy this video as well, so I will see you in the next one. Later.